Hey guys, Amit here for Advices Media and this is the Samsung Note Pro review. In this video, I'm going to talk about all the features of this super large tablet which we had actually experienced at the Mobile World Congress 2014 in Barcelona. First off, the tablet comes with a 12.2 inches of display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600, which offers you with a very brilliant display. As you can see here, the content is perfectly showing up here and it's quite brilliant here. And considering the large screen size, I am actually impressed with the tablet, but I would also be talking about the cons which I found in this tablet in the upcoming few minutes. So first off, the tablet comes with this Magazine UX, which is a different kind of layout. Like these are the two different home screens where you can set up all the widgets and the shortcuts, but following that you get the Magazine UI, which is actually the Flipboard magazine, wherein you get all the content from different categories which you have set up earlier, like technology, arts, sports, news and everything as such. And apart from that, the moment you tap onto it, you get new updates or the fresh content around the same. Along with this, there's also a layout wherein you can set up the calendar, the emails, office documents through the Handcom Office application, business section wherein you can get the business news updates. So this is a pretty good layout wherein you can schedule the S Planner and set up the emails. Again, back to the home screens. This is what you had seen earlier. The app drawer shows you all the applications which come pre-installed, wherein there are some very interesting applications like the e-meeting and the remote PC. The remote PC is a Samsung application wherein it needs you to sign up with Samsung first, and following that you can actually set up or access your PC, which is very similar to what you would generally get with the TeamViewer application. Apart from that, this is a very interesting application called as an Handcon Viewer, where you can also download the application later on and access your Microsoft or the Office based applications easily and also edit the same. Talking about few different applications coming from Samsung, here you have the Site Sync application about which we had talked a few months back, and this is the version 3 available on this tablet out of the box. This is Scrapbook application to write notes using the S Pen, which you get bundled with this tablet, which is available on the side of it. So let me just show it to you. So here is the S Pen. The moment you pull it out, you get the air command features using which you can write different contents, like you can directly write onto the screen. By just selecting this option, a screen capture of the screen would be taken, and then whatever you mention would be written onto it, and then you can save this content. Following this, you have the Knox application, which is the secured application, the Action Memo to write notes directly onto your tablet, S Voice, which is similar to the Google Voice, and then we have the World Clock and few other applications. Google section again shows you all the Google based applications which you get on most of the Android devices. Dropbox is again available onto this tablet out of the box, and we guess there should be some free storage available. I have no idea on the actual storage available out of the box. Earlier Samsung was actually bundling around 24 GB and 48 GB of storage space free to all their users. Apart from that, there is this camera application, video, music, S Note, which is the most important application for this tablet specifically, because this tablet is mainly for writing notes, and you can write anything over it. You can scribble, you can draw stuff and do a lot of stuff. Again, I'm not an artist, so I cannot show you a demo of the same. Apart from that, I have installed a few applications, and there's one application which is the Smart Remote, which comes pre-installed onto the same. This is useful if you would like to use this tablet as a universal remote, and the sensor of this is actually available on the top. So that's the IR Blaster, which is located on the top of your tablet, and you can actually use this as a universal remote. So this is the small demo on how it actually looks. The moment you tap onto the stuff, it would show you the different programs running right now. You can scroll through them, and the moment you select some of those programs, you just have to tap on watch on TV, and the program would get started on your TV. So this is more like an replacement of your remote, and again it's more like a smart remote for your TV, because you can check out the current programs running and the upcoming programs on your tablet right away. Now, talking about the design overview, the tablet is very thin. As you can see here, this is the tablet. On the left you have the speaker grills and the 3.5mm headset jack. On the top you have the IR Blaster, a microphone, the volume rockers and the on-off switch. On the right you have the second speaker grill and the slot where you can insert the S Pen, the 3.0, that's the USB 3.0 socket, or the slot where you can insert this cable, a slot for inserting your SIM card and your micro SD card is available here. And on the bottom there is nothing, while on the front you can find the physical home button and the shortcut to go back and multitasking the applications, and on the top you have the front camera with a sensor. The back is made out of fox leather, which means that you may feel that it's actually made out of leather, but it's not leather, it's actually plastic. You would have seen this in the earlier Samsung Galaxy Note series, and that was actually introduced with the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and this is a clear representation of the sizes of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 with the Samsung Note Pro. Clearly the Note Pro looks pretty big, and apart from that there is this 8 megapixel with the camera with the LED flash and the Samsung branding on the back. Overall looks pretty premium and also feels pretty premium, and overall if you look into the thickness, it's pretty thin and clearly a recommended tablet in terms of the portability and the size. Now let's look into the internal storage of this tablet. So let me go to the settings and show you the storage of this tablet. Overall it comes with 32 GB of internal storage, and let's look into the current usage or the availability. So out of 32 gigs you can clearly see that the system memory is around 6 GB, 5.96 GB, which means that out of the box you would get around 6 GB lower, that's around 26 GB out of the box, out of which again I have installed a few applications, and then some around 22 GB is actually left over. So overall out of a 32 gigs tablet you get 26 GB available to you, and out of the box the tablet supports USB on the go. So let me just insert a drive and show you a demo of the same. So the moment you insert a USB on the go device, you would see that a different kind of application would show up to you, and it's a very beautiful file manager where it shows you the device storage option and the USB storage option. The moment you tap onto that, the content from those drives would show up to you on the right side of the section. You can also check out the content based on the images or the videos and the music from these specific devices. So the USB drive actually has some files here which I can directly access. I can directly select them, and also I can move them to this tablet. So overall USB on the go is actually supported it's actually available in a very beautiful format. So that's the USB on the go option available on the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro. So overall if you want to quickly transfer files onto your tablet, you just have to get one of these, and the links again in the description can help you more onto the same. And following that you can easily access the files onto the tablet. You can annotate the content, you can use the air command features on this tablet and access all the content. Apart from that, talking about the camera, the tablet actually has a pretty brilliant camera. Considering that it's still just 8 megapixel, it offers you with some great captures. I just captured this, and it's in indoor light, as you can see, and the content or the quality of this capture has been pretty decent, not bad. And then the best part is that you can annotate and do a lot of stuff around this picture. The front camera is okayish, and it's not phenomenal, and overall, since this is a tablet, you cannot I would at least not recommend you to capture photos using this unless until you are in a situation where you need to capture a photo. Apart from that, let's try to play a game and show you a demo of the same. And earlier I had played few other games like the GTA and the Need for Speed, and the performance was pretty good. It's a very good gaming experience, considering the device has a very large screen, but at times you would feel that the tablet is pretty big. So let's stop playing and look into the other stuff. So overall the device has a great processor, that's the octa-core processor, and when I ran the benchmark applications like the Antutu, it gave me a score of around 32,000, which is pretty good, and on an InnoMark score it was around 60, which means that the tablet gives you a great performance, not just in the numbers but also when you actually start using it. So this was a overview of the tablet and a review of the same. The battery also has been coming up to be great. I have been using this tablet from a long period, and let's look into the battery right now and check out the statistics of the same. So as you can see, I have been using it for few different applications, and most of the time the screen has been on all the time, and still the battery is up from the last 2 days for casual usage. So which means that if you are going to use it on a longer period on a day-to-day basis, still it can give you a great battery backup. Talking about the browsing on this tablet, since it's a 12 inches display, you would have a great browsing experience. Let's try to access the default browser, web browser, which comes on this tablet, and check out the content on the same. So as you can see, the content is actually loading. Let me try to check the same content in a landscape mode, and as you can see, it's perfectly loading the same. Let's try to play a video within the browser or the web page itself.
Hi, I'm Kim Taylor Bennett in Paris for Women's Fashion. I'm going to be catching up with Sam.
So it's perfectly working that way, and that was a demo of the browser. It's going to work perfectly on this tablet, and I had no hiccups or any issues on the same. One important feature of this tablet is that you can actually access content in multi-screen format. Earlier in the Note series, you would have seen this content in two window or the multi-window feature, but in this case you can actually share it into 4 windows. So let me show you a demo of the same. You can just move content this way and move back, access the other applications which you would like to move here, and you can quickly do that by moving it into all the 4 corners of your device, and that would fix this job. You can run any kind of applications which are actually available here, or when you install any other applications, they will also show up there. So this is how it works. You can watch videos in one section, play music, or access the web, and do a multitasking kind of job. And if you would like to close, you can just close it here, and it would close the stuff. Apart from that, when you long press here, you get access to the Google Now applications. This is the multitasking shortcut wherein you can go back and access all those 4 short windows running at the same time back, or else you can actually close them directly from here itself. So this is the multitasking feature on this tablet. As you can see, it's running all the applications fluidly. None of these applications are actually hanging, and they are going to give you a great experience. So this was a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro. The pricing of this tablet is around 60,000 rupees in the Indian markets. Again, I would say it's comparable with the 9.7 inches Apple iPad Air, and again, iPad Air is also something which I would recommend. But when you are, if you're a person who writes a lot of notes or scribbles a lot of content on your tablets, then this is actually for you. But there is again one restriction. If you plan to use this on your bed or your couch, then you need to make sure you're holding it the right way, or it may fall on your face and you may get injured. So I don't recommend it that way. But apart from that, this is a pretty recommended tablet. The price is again one of the barrier which I see right now. 60,000 rupees is not justifying this tablet as of now. Probably a price range of around 30 to 35,000 would be the best price for this, because we see a lot of 7 inches or 8 inches tablets right now in the market at around 20,000 price range. So this should also be in the range of 35,000 rupees to make it a hot selling tablet. But as of now, it's pretty highly priced, and apart from that, there's no compromise in terms of the hardware or the software or the capabilities which this can handle. Everything has been perfect, and even though I have been using this from the past few minutes and almost an hour, the screen has been on, the tablet is not heating up, it's perfectly running, and overall a recommended tablet from us. So this was a review of the Samsung Galaxy Note Pro 12.2. Let me know in the comment section if you have any queries, and I'll be happy to assist you on the same. Do check out our blog at Android Advices for more. Thank you.